You're out with friends, having a completely normal, perfectly good time. Nobody is being rude, the conversation is fine, and you genuinely like the people you're with. But then, out of nowhere, this heavy wave of exhaustion hits you. Your smiles start to feel forced, your brain fogs up, and suddenly, you feel this desperate urge to just run away, go home, and lock yourself in a dark room. It's what a lot of people call a social hangover. When it happens, it's really easy to blame yourself. You watch everyone else in the room getting louder and more energized, and you start to wonder if you're just broken, antisocial, or boring. But feeling drained by people isn't a personality flaw. It's a real physical reaction happening inside your nervous system. Today, we're going to talk about what's actually happening in your brain when people exhaust you, the heavy emotional cost of pretending to be on, and why your body treats a simple hangout like a grueling full body workout. To understand why this happens, we have to look at a chemical in your brain you've probably heard of: dopamine. It's the molecule responsible for motivation and rewards. Now, some people's brains have a really high tolerance for dopamine. When they are in a loud, crowded room full of unpredictable social interactions, their brain sees it as an exciting game. It literally feeds them energy. But if you are naturally quiet, introverted, or sensitive, your brain processes stimulus entirely differently. You don't have a high tolerance for dopamine. You are incredibly sensitive to it. For you, a busy room isn't an energy drink. It's an absolute avalanche of data. Your brain is working overtime trying to track the voices, the music, the lights, and everyone's body language all at once. Because you process everything so deeply, you hit a wall of sensory overload fast. You don't hate people. Your brain is just built with a much lower threshold for noise. Another massive reason socializing kills your energy is a habit you might not even realize you're doing: masking. Most of us learn when we're young that to be accepted, we have to perform. When you go out, you don't just show up as your raw, unfiltered self. You put on a character. You make sure your laugh sounds enthusiastic. You force eye contact even when it feels intense. You filter your thoughts so things aren't awkward. And you constantly monitor your vibe to make sure everyone else feels comfortable. Think of your energy like a phone battery. Socializing as your true, relaxed self uses about 10% of your battery. But running a massive background program like The Performance, where you are constantly acting and managing the room, drains the whole thing in an hour. You aren't actually exhausted by the people themselves. You are exhausted by the sheer amount of work it takes to keep the mask from slipping. For a lot of us, this exhaustion is actually a survival mechanism left over from childhood. If you grew up in a house where you had to walk on eggshells, maybe a parent or caregiver was unpredictable, stressed, or angry a lot, your brain had to develop a superpower to keep you safe. You became a hypervigilant expert at reading the room. When you hang out with people today, that old security system still turns on automatically. You aren't just chatting, you are scanning. You analyze every tiny shift in their facial expressions, the exact tone of their voice, and how long they take to text back. You're constantly trying to guess what they want from you so you can keep them happy. This keeps your body in a constant low-grade fight or flight stress response. Running an internal security system for hours at a time is mentally brutal. Needing a break from people doesn't mean you're a hermit, and it doesn't mean you're a bad friend. It just means you have an internal battery that requires regular, deliberate recharging. The secret to living in a loud world isn't forcing yourself to change who you are. It's just learning to respect your own limits. It means allowing yourself to say no to plans without feeling guilty. It means giving yourself permission to leave the party early the second your battery hits red. Real, meaningful connection shouldn't require you to completely empty yourself just to fit in. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means the world to me that you're here exploring these deeper parts of the mind with me. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. How long can you usually stay out before you hit that wall? Don't forget to subscribe to join our community of deep thinkers. I'll see you in the next one.